Hello everybody, how are you doing tonight? I just made it out in the shop, had a very busy evening, so it's a little late. I don't think I'll have a whole lot of opportunity to do a lot tonight. I do have some stuff I want to show you on the metal lathe that this just might interest you. But first off, let's talk about the tunes. Now I'm not going to be able to get through this album tonight because this is a 4-album set, Electric Lights Orchestra. Take a look at this. Look at that album cover. This is art, and this is what I love about album covers. This is one of the things that really makes them special. I mean, isn't that gorgeous? I mean, you could literally hang that on your wall. I mean, it's amazing. And this is an incredible album. But I've got to find, like I said, there are four vinyl albums in here. I got to find side one so I can start playing that. But we're gonna play them in the proper order. What I don't get through today, I will get to next time I'm out in the shop. This is a winner. Yeah, you guys missed all the fun. I'm sitting there trying to record, and my daughter has one of her girlfriends over spending the night, and they were outside on the driveway, and I guess they could hear me talking, so I'm looking up, and I had to re-record the intro because they got me laughing. They're all, lifting each other up to peek in the garage door, and they're waving at me because I'm looking right at the door. So, yeah, I had to re-record the intro there because, I got tickled so bad at them I couldn't even think straight. They're just... girls, they're just silly sometimes. They're a lot of fun. So let me show you something. Check out the lathe. The whole top piece is missing. Joe Hicks contacted me and said that he would machine the base plate for my quick change tool rest. So basically I sent him the base plate for the lantern style tool holder. Okay. And I sent that to him because that is the exact dimensions that fit inside of the slide. And then I sent him the base plate for the quick change. And so that he could get the measurements perfect, I went ahead and removed the entire top piece. And you'll have to forgive me, I'm still new to this, and I need to look up the name. I often forget the parts when I'm recording. I know what they are, but when I start talking, sometimes I forget. But I just sent him the whole piece because I wanted him to be able to machine it perfectly. So we are completely and totally down on the old Atlas. Okay guys, I fired the camera back up real quick. I thought that was a 4-album set. Turns out it's only a 2-album set. And what I thought were additional albums, check this out. This is in there. It's never been put together, but you can punch these out and it makes a, let you get a good look at that. You punch all of that out and you put it together and this is what it makes. You don't get stuff like this with CDs. And there was one more thing in there on the other side. And that was a poster of all the band members. And it's like pristine, still in perfect shape. Never had a thumbtack through it, never been hung on a wall. Isn't that something? You used to get all kinds of great stuff with albums, and I miss that because with CDs, okay, you might get a little booklet that has the words in it, but that's it. This kind of stuff is incredible. As a kid, you would get this kind of stuff, and I don't know why this one wasn't on my wall, but you get this kind of stuff and you'd thumb it up on your wall, man. You'd have your black lights and all that stuff in your room, and you'd just be jamming to some music. And you just don't do that anymore. People don't know what they're missing. This was a golden age of music. I'm kind of glad it's coming back. I had a buddy contact me and tell me that their local Walmart has started selling vinyl again. That's incredible. So it's making a comeback. Those of you who love music and just love that rich, deep sound, you need to start looking at getting yourself a turntable, man. Start hitting some of those used record stores and get some of that classic rock or country, whatever you love, and start your collection. That's okay. That's enough for tonight. I'm going to get back on something and see what kind of trouble I can get into. And as always, I will keep you posted. Well, guys, I got started on a project. The other day I told you I wanted to make a shelf for my turntable, and I wanted to have the ability to put some records below it. And I drew it all out. I've got a little diagram over there on the paper with measurements and everything. And I was going to pick up a piece of 3/4 inch plywood, 4x4 sheet, and build it. And I got to thinking, why do I want to do that? I got plenty of stuff around here. Let me show you. I've got a whole bunch of this. I think it's a little wider than 1/4 inch. It's like a Lexan. That would be great for a shelf top and a shelf bottom. And I have a ton of these pieces of maple that I got from a furniture company. But the problem is, I'm looking at this, and of course it's been cut on this side. And when I lay it on my table saw, take a look at that, the gap under it. I don't know if it's just warped up because maybe it wasn't kiln dried or something. I don't know. And I'm debating on whether I want to put that much work and effort into making this. What I was going to do was these pieces and that piece right there, that's a nice long piece. I need 2 sections of that. I was going to joint them all up and glue them together to make a back piece that was 18 inches wide, which is the width that I need, and at least 7 inches tall, and that would be the back to my shelf. But it's going to take a lot of work, and I'm going to lose a lot of material. I mean, look at how bad those are. So I think I'm going to have to go to a plan B. And when I say plan B, what that really means is I have no idea what I'm going to do right now. I think there's a lot of us that feel that way. I have got, so much wood up there, and I just need to go. The problem I have, and this is stupid, I've got the turntable set up in front of the scroll saw over there, and when I lower the ladder, it lowers in front of the scroll saw. And I don't want to move the turntable, so I've been using this ladder to climb up onto the loft and look through the wood up there. And I've got some really nice pieces of oak, but I didn't want to use those. I had a bunch of these. I've got a ton of these cutoffs, so I thought I would use them. But if I use these, I'm going to have to joint 2 sides on the table saw, and then I'm going to have to fire up the joiner and joint the other 2 sides. And it's not that it may not be worth the effort. The problem is the jointer and the table saw produce so much dust. And my shop, while it is cluttered, is not super dusty right now because I vacuumed it all up a while back. And I kind of like that. So I'm scratching my head on this one. We may just end up buying that plywood, even though I know I've probably got something up there that would really do the trick. I'll keep you posted. Let me work on plan B a little more and see what I can come up with. Well, guys, I kept thinking about what I wanted to do. I went back up there. I looked around. I think, bottom line, I'm not going to spend any money on buying wood. I got enough materials here to do it. I just need to go ahead and mill it. Problem is, I don't want to mill it in the shop at night when it's closed up. I think I'm going to wait until maybe a Saturday or Sunday when I can open the garage door, roll the saw out into the driveway, and do the milling, just because, I just don't want to cover everything in a layer of dust. So what I did is I was on about halfway through side 2 of the first album, and I thought, well, I'm just going to clean until it finishes. So I went and I cleaned around the shop. I put things away. My shop is always going to be cluttery. That's just the way it is. But it's better, and things are back where they belong. Side 2 finished. I've put it back in the sleeve. We're going to call it a night. Next time I come out, we'll finish the rest of this album. Hopefully I'll have something more interesting to do. I really had no plan tonight. I just came out and, it is what it is. I needed some time in the shop. You know what I mean? So you guys have a great evening. I'll talk to you again real soon. And sorry the content on this one was kind of light. Stick around. It will get better, I promise.